Okay, ready? Let's go. Hi loves, I'm here today with one of my closest friends and the most beautiful mama I know, and an incredible makeup artist, Chloe Tess Wilson. Welcome everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself, Chloe.
My name's Chloe. I live with my husband Sean. I have a little 3-month-old boy, Judah, and he's just chilling here at the moment, smiling away. He may make an appearance if he's getting a bit fussy and wants to be held, or he just knows that he's going to be filmed and wants to show everybody his face.
Yeah. He's super cute. You want to see him. We'll show him even if he's sleeping, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But Chloe is one of our newest mums in our little mum group. And I wanted to ask her, as a makeup artist and a teacher and a busy mum, what are some of her beauty tips for getting ready quickly and for utilising her time as wisely as possible? Because we know that's the one thing we don't have enough of.
Right.
Being a mum or any busy person at all. So this is for everyone. 10 tips. What have you have for me, Chloe?
Alright, well, I've got 10 for you so far. And if I think of any others, I'd love to just leave them in the description box below, or anything like that. Or if you guys think of any others that we haven't mentioned today, put them in the comments, and yeah, we'd love to read them and share them as well. So the first one I have for you is to try to find products that are multi-use. So for example, products that are mainly supposed to do one thing, but you're able to use it for different parts of your makeup routine. So for example, I have a bronzer here, and it's called the Hoola bronzer by the brand called Benefit. And yes, you can use it to bronze up your face, but I love to use it also as an eyeshadow. So a lot of natural eyeshadows are sort of that bronzy color anyway, and they're supposed to sort of create a nice contour around your eye anyway. It just looks like this, so it's a very neutral tone. I can just sweep it all over my eye. I can do it while I'm like eyes closed, so it's really easy to do, and it makes you look more put together, because who has time for eyeshadow really? Another thing that I like to use is little cream products. So these ones are called Beach Tints by the brand called Becca. They're super manky because I love them so much and I use them all the time, so just ignore that. And they're supposed to be used as blushes or even like over your lips. So yeah, they're a product that you can just use for so many different things. My favorite shade is in Watermelon. I'm actually wearing it on my lips today.
Super cute.
And obviously the more you put on, the more opaque it's going to look on your lips. And yeah, it's one of my favorites. And then another one of my favorites, I use this on the daily. This is called the They're Real Tinted Primer. It's a tinted primer for your eyelashes, so it's brown. And because it's brown, I find that it looks more natural than a black mascara, but I can also put it in my eyebrows.
Oh, cool.
You're probably not supposed to,
Yeah.
but I don't see why not. Like if it's good enough for your eyelashes, why not put it on your eyebrows too?
Awesome.
And it just makes them look a little bit more full, and yeah.
So good. I'm learning so much. I don't use any of these products, so
Yeah.
I know what I'll be buying.
I'm happy to share.
Yeah,
all
that's
this
great.
goodness. My next tip is to use products that are supposed to have a couple of things,
More uses than...
Yeah,
that'll do.
So for example, one product that has many benefits within them. So the first one is to find like a moisturiser that also has a sunscreen or an SPF in it, so you're not putting on as many products on your face. I don't have a SPF moisturiser, but I do have one that's in a primer. This one is by the brand Hourglass, so it's a little bit more XE, but you get a lot of product, and this has lasted me ages. So I'm priming, but I'm also protecting my skin at the same time. This is another multi-use product by the same brand, Hourglass. It's a primer serum. In your skincare routine, you would have a serum which you apply before your moisturiser, but this has got a primer in it, if that makes sense. Or if you want to see it the other way around, it's a primer that has got serum benefits in it. So it's almost like a skincare makeup product, and it smells divine. It smells like a spa.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
I actually didn't like it to begin with. It kind of like made me sick, but the more I wore it, the more I fell in love with it. So, okay, this is my last multi-use product that I have to share, so for tip number 2, and it's a tinted lip balm. I know Nivea does a couple as well where they've got like a peachy one. I've had that before. This one is by the brand Mecca Cosmetica, and this one smells like marshmallows. I'm not even kidding. And I think that's what made me fall in love with it to begin with.
It does, yeah, it does.
Can you smell it?
Yeah, smell it. It smells so good.
And this one has got a rosy tint to it. It's actually called Rose Lip. So yeah, this is my second one actually because it's just so delicious, and I just chuck it in my bag, and like even if I'm really time poor, I can just put it on while I'm waiting at the traffic lights in the car. And yeah, I again look a bit more put together than I actually feel or look.
All the tips we need.
Yeah. All right, my third tip for you guys is to use heat-free hair styling. So last night I was thinking, how can I try to put as many things of these tips that I'm sharing with you today on me? And so after I washed my hair last night, I put in this mousse. It's just by Herbal Essences. You can find this from Woolies or, you know, wherever. And it's called their Tousling Mousse. So what I do is I blow dry my hair a little bit so that it's not completely...
What a good day.
And what I do is, so I blow dry my hair a little bit so it's not completely wet. It's almost like towel dried, just a little bit damp. I run this through and I brush it through, and I blow dry my hair a little bit more. And then I put it in a really loose plait. Obviously, the tighter you make the plait, the tighter the waves are going to be. So I sleep in it, and then I take it out in the mornings, and I put a bit of hairspray, put a bit of beach, you know, salt spray in it to give it a bit more texture, and it's good to go. So my hair is very fine, it's very flat and straight. It's almost like the Monday of hair types, because it's just like there's nothing going on. And sometimes that's great, but then sometimes I want a little bit more body. So I use this for those days, and I just feel it's really a quick way rather than spending half an hour of curling my hair or something like that. So yeah, it takes maybe a minute or two extra to do after I've washed my hair, but it saves me all that time.
That's it.
You know, when I'm actually trying to get ready the next day or so.
And this is the end result, as you can see here.
Exhibit A.
Yeah, natural, lovely. Versus mine, which is totally fake today. But my tip is to use yesterday's hair.
Oh yeah, so, that's one right there.
Yeah, I used yesterday's hair. I added 10 more curls, and
another one, my sister, she's got sort of naturally wavy hair already, but what she does to try to give it a bit more of a curl, when it's wet, she actually just sits there and twirls it as she's doing something. So I thought I'd just include that for those that don't have dead straight hair like me. So she just sits there and twirls it, and as it's drying, it actually creates a really nice curl naturally without having to use any heat styling products. So
that's really great. Yeah, use what you have, especially when the weather's nice.
If I'm really time poor, but I still want a bit of texture, I will spray this in my hair just dry, and then I'll whip it up into a little top knot and leave it in there as I'm doing some chores or, you know, feeding baby. And then I'll take it out a bit later and I'll have something, you know, it'll just be like a bit of a messy textured hairstyle.
And worst comes to worst, you've always got the messy top knot.
Oh yeah,
ponytail or
and you can be like, it's supposed to be messy. I am on day 17 of not washing my hair, but you don't know that. Oh, that's the other one, dry shampoo. How can I forget about dry shampoo?
I breathe this stuff.
This one's my favorite. I don't know if you use the same brand.
I use the brunette one because I'm brunette,
of
and it helps with my roots.
So Batiste does some really nice dry shampoos for if you literally have no time and you don't have time to wash it, you don't have time to do anything. Chuck a bit of this in, do your own little hairstyle, and the benefit of this as well is that it does give you a bit of more volume. I don't know if you find that.
It does, yeah. Like you can use it on clean hair, adds volume. Dirty hair just makes it look better. Yeah. I reckon I've got in a good week out of dry shampoo.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, it's
a week is like nothing.
Use this stuff. It's straight from heaven. That's good.
It's the best. Okay, my tip number 4 for you guys is to use facial or body tanning products that you're not sitting there waiting for the tan to dry overnight or something like that. Now, this is totally unnecessary. A lot of people are fully happy to not look tanned at all.
White. I'm so happy to be white.
Pasty. I'm just one of those people, I just don't suit the pasty life. And I don't need to use these, you know, during the summer months when I'm able to naturally tan quite easy. But just for the winter months, I have this everyday body lotion by the brand Tropez, and I don't use this alone. I actually mix it into my body moisturiser just because, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of expensive, but also I don't feel like I need to use it completely on its own to get some sort of results from it. So I moisturize anyway after I have a shower, so just by putting a pump of this in with my natural moisturiser,
tinted moisturiser.
Yeah, so it kind of gives me, like, I'm wearing it at the moment, I don't have any other fake tan on, and I feel like it gives me just a little bit of colour.
Beautiful.
One for your face that I like is by the brand Clarins. This is almost like a watery kind of product, so I actually just put this on a little cotton pad and, you know, sort of dab it all over my face overnight, and then I look a little bit less ghostly in the morning.
And do you think that helps you go makeup free?
Yes, that's the other thing. Yeah, so you're kind of saving time by not needing to apply as many products throughout the day.
Yeah, cool.
Next one, let's move on. Come on. The next tip I have for you is to use temporary makeup tints. So what I mean by that is using eyelash tints or eyebrow tints. If you don't have time to go out, you know, to spend the 10 minutes or 20 minutes to get them done professionally, they have, you know, some home kits that you can buy from, you know, any chemists or anything like that. So I know you kind of still have to spend time putting that on and letting it develop, but you can still do things while they're developing. Obviously not your eyelashes, but yeah. And you can do that while baby's sleeping one night, and then you're good for not having to apply anything on your eyelashes or brows, you know, for, I don't know, 5 days, 7 days or so.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I find that really helpful.
Just be careful you don't tint the wrong areas.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want that.
You don't want that.
If you don't want that, and you know you're a little bit messy, a bit of Vaseline around the edges will really make sure that you don't get it too messy.
Bonus tip.
I got you. Let's keep going.
Yeah, this is great. We're great.
Okay.
This is great.
So my 6th tip for you today is to prioritize your time to your beauty needs. You want to say hello?
Say hi, guys. Wave hello. We got ourselves a little mascot, a little friend.
This is baby Judah.
Hi, Judah. Look at these thighs. Thighs. Oh.
He's a little bit big for this outfit, so don't mind the top unbuttoned button.
That's a baby tip. Just
get
it on them.
Yeah, if it fits somehow, it fits. So if I didn't already say this,
well, just we had to redo, so just bear with us. Yeah,
it's all good. So prioritizing your time to your main beauty concerns. So that basically means figuring out what your main concerns are and starting with that. Starting with putting makeup on to help out whatever your concerns are. Because like sometimes you won't have time to get around to everything. So if you happen to not have enough time to get to those last minute things, like, you know, a bit of lipstick or whatever it is, you'll still feel like you've got something sorted, you know.
Yeah,
so
some days I will choose, sorry interruption, some days I'll choose hair over makeup.
Yes.
Or makeup over hair, do a top knot. If I do hair over makeup, I'll just have like maybe a little bit of blush so people don't get scared enough, throw on some sunnies, and nobody needs to know.
That's exactly right. Yeah, so it just depends what you consider to be more essential for you. Some people it's, you know, they need to have their brows on, so they start with that. Some people like, you know, just a little bit of lip balm, and you know, that's all they can, you know, feel comfortable to walk out of the house in. So it's really just, prioritizing your time to whatever your main concerns are. So my next tip for you is less is more. So what I mean by that is sometimes a lot of the beauty trends change. So right now it's more stylish to have those unkept brows where they're sort of a little bit more fluffy, they're a little bit, you know, unkept. You can just get away with putting like a really little amount of product in them and you're good to go. Or even freckles. Showing your freckles through your skin is a really beautiful natural look right now. So
yeah, people are adding freckles on.
Yeah, so that's right.
Totally in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and even like balayage.
Yes.
You know, ombre, let your regrowth show, and it's totally in. So less is definitely more.
Yeah, so you don't have to completely cover up, you know, because if you don't have time for that, it's all good because you can be like, I have these natural freckles and I'm gonna show them off. So, you know, just like a tinted moisturiser or like a BB cream, they're a lot more natural and they kind of wear better throughout the day for you anyway. So
yeah, and I don't remember the last time I wore like foundation on a day-to-day. I just throw on, you know, the what I use, Nude by Nature. Yeah, like a mineral powder and a quick do-over just to help me get through, and then it's enough coverage for me for the daytime.
My next tip is actually for your nails. Now, I picked this up a couple of years ago and I found that it really works. So this is for if you get around to having some time to do your nails.
It's for the ones that get the extra 10-15 minutes.
Yes, yeah. So if you happen to find some time, this tip is going to help your nails to dry quicker. So after you've applied all your layers and you're waiting for them to dry, if you wait maybe 2 minutes for them to dry on their own, and then if you have like a little tub of cold water just sitting by, you can dip your fingers in and let them dry in the water for another 3 minutes. The temperature of the cold water will actually help to set your nails in place a bit quicker. And I wouldn't recommend, as you take them out after, you know, a few minutes of being in the water, to, you know, dry your hands with a towel, because, you know, you still want to be cautious around, you know.
Oh yeah. Don't want to waste all that time painting to smudge it straight away.
Maybe just like pat your hands dry, avoiding any contact with your nails for a little bit longer, but it will really boost the drying time. And my last tip for you, this is for any mums in particular. Actually no, because if you have a dishwasher, or if you are a mum who sterilizes bottles for your baby, this is kind of like a joke one, but not really. I love just putting my face in the steam that comes out from the dishwasher, or as I, you know, open the container that I use to sterilize my bottles, and for like just a split second, I feel like I'm at the spa. So it opens up your pores, feels really good. So like, yeah, it's kind of for everybody if you have a dishwasher.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's
that's
like
so good.
A cute little beauty tip for you.
A little throw in. My dad used to get a bowl with boiling water and then put his head into it and then put a towel over his head.
Yes, yeah.
And that just, I mean, he did it when he was sick to get out all the impurities, but that feels so good. So if you need that minute to feel like you're at a spa, just use the hot water that you have in the kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll totally help you.
That's a very
or in the dishwasher or the sterilizer. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, put a comment below of any tips you loved or any extra tips that you have.
Yes.
We can totally bring out another video of tips for you. And don't forget to subscribe. I want to see you on my channel so I can send you as much content as possible.
Absolutely.
But thank you, and thank you to Chloe and baby Judah for joining us and all those awesome tips. Can't wait to see more.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, very, very welcome.
This girl right here, she has a heart of gold. She has so much love and so much, you know, amazing things to share with you guys. If you're not subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Just get onto it. Yeah, she's beautiful.
So much more to come in this channel. So thanks for joining us. Bye guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Oh.
We did it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a party.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a party.
Oh, look at that size.
Pooey party.
Poo.
And our little boy, oh my god.
No, that's mine. That's a great one. Tell me about it.
I'm like losing my voice.
You're right.
I'm like running out of breath.
Great. I'll cut in there so you can catch
Please
it.
do.
No. Are you wearing that today in your eyebrows?
Not today.
Not today. That's okay. I'm learning so much. Yeah, he'll cut that part out. I just did a video and
we don't want it.
Nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time.
We're
If we don't have time.
We're time for, remember?
How do we expect everybody else to have time? Yeah.
I hope we look fine.
I know,
you know,
too.
it's like
You just never know.
It's all done, and then
you realise you look like this.
you look like.
Sorry, Judah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Go back to sleep.
So great. Well, I'm so glad you could join us today, and thanks so much to Mrs. Chloe. Mrs. Chloe, that was